welcome to go upstairs for a drink at the bar. Thanks. Enjoy the show.
I got these from the school. It's all they had.
They didn't have any red ones?
No, we're doing West Side Story. Trying to make us look Puerto Rican or something like that.
Next time, get me a red one. Like, really red. Lucille Ball red. All the most beautiful women have red hair. Maureen O'Hara, Rita Hayworth.
Oh, Lindsay Lohan.
Who?
Never mind.
Annie Walsh, who lives in the room next door to mine. She has red hair. I bet she dyes it.
She dyes her hair, but isn't she old?
She enjoys male attention. I should know. I hear everything through the wall. I'm not even going to tell you what I hear when Annie Walsh entertains her gentleman friends.
Gentleman friends?
She's had 5 boyfriends since I moved in. It's the red hair.
Wow.
Though, to be fair to Annie, she prefers older men, so it's not her fault she's had so many boyfriends. They keep dying.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They were really old.
I don't.
Oh, and when the nurse found out about Annie Walsh, she gave us this big talk about SDTs, and she showed us how to...
Grandma, stop! Ugh, and I think it's STs. I wish the bus would get here.
Me too. I hate the rain. It makes me...
Hip ache, I know. It says every 10 minutes. Oh no! Oh, what's this exact change? Ugh, I thought it was a 20. Did you have any change?
No, all I have is my checkbook.
Bus driver's never gonna accept a check.
Sorry, I never carry cash.
Well then, how do you buy food and stuff?
I don't. Garden Grow take care of all that.
Wait, you always give me money, I mean, like, every time I come visit.
Oh, your mother slips it in my pocket when she gives me a hug. I give it right back to you.
Really?
Sure, sweetheart.
Then what do you carry that bag around for? I mean, no money, no phone, you carry around just for your checkbook?
Let's see. Tissues, reading glasses, jelly beans.
Jelly beans?
I take them from a bowl in reception.
You have a handbag full of jelly beans.
They're free.
Oh, I know what I forgot. Do you have your passport?
What?
Your passport.
I don't have a passport.
You don't have a passport?
I've never had a passport.
How can you not have a passport? That's a big problem. We're gonna have to get you one.
What am I going to do with a passport?
Oh, I'm kidnapping you.
You're kidnapping me.
Yeah,
Kidnapping me.
I said yes.
You can't kidnap me.
Why not?
Because I'm 75 years old.
No, you're not.
Fine, 77.
Grandma, you're 79.
Anyway, I thought we were going to your friend Courtney's house to watch the Oscars.
Oh, well, we're going to her house, but the Oscars were like ages ago.
They were?
Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to Courtney's house.
We should call your mother. She'll worry.
No. I never want to go home ever again. I hate her.
What's happened?
Nothing. She's just selfish and controlling, like my stupid curfew. And she flips out even if I have just like a drop of alcohol. But Dad, he lets me drink wine at dinner like all the time.
Yeah, I think that's a European thing.
Yeah, well, Courtney's parents let us drink sometimes too. They're hippies. And they said they're fine with us crashing at their place until we get ourselves organized. I told them that we're running away to Belgium, and guess what they said?
We're running away to Belgium?
Yeah, but guess what Courtney's parents said?
You're taking me to Belgium?
Yes, they said. Belgium, is that in Amsterdam?
Honey, are you in some sort of trouble?
No, I'm trying to tell you, Courtney's parents thought Belgium was in Amsterdam.
I didn't know where it was either when your mother first met your father. She said she met a man from Belgium. I thought she meant where he worked.
It's the capital of Europe, you know.
It is.
Yes. And it's pretty. I mean, we'll like it there. We can go to the beach. The beach is good for you, right? Like all the fresh air?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and it's flat, so we can go for walks and you won't get tired.
Oh, does it rain in Belgium?
I'm pretty sure it rains a lot every year.
I hate the rain. That makes my
Hip ache, I know. But it rains 135 days a year on Belgium. Which sounds like a lot, I know. Especially considering that Seattle gets like 140. I checked. And supposedly it's considered like the rain capital or something like that. But my friend Sam, well, she's a girl. Samantha, you met her. Do you remember her?
Is she the black one?
No, that's Courtney. She's the one whose house we're going to. Sam's got short blonde hair and freckles.
Oh, the fat one.
Yeah. No, she's from Portland. And she says it's not true what they say about Seattle, so it might not be true what they say about Belgium either. And anyway, everything's changing with like global warming and everything, so Belgium's probably gonna be like the best place to live, like otherwise.
I didn't know you knew so much about the weather rallies.
Sophie.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
You should be a weather girl.
Yeah, I knew you'd worry, so I did some research. I mean, normally we only go to Belgium for like the holidays in the winter, so obviously it rains a lot there. But last time we went in the summertime for my grandfather's funeral. I mean, grandpa, not grandpa. Dad's dad. And actually was pretty awesome. Oh, I mean like the weather, not the funeral. Well, actually, it was pretty great. Definitely the best funeral I've been to. I'm sure Grandpa's funeral was nice too. I mean, I'm sure it was like sad. I know.
It's okay. It was a long time ago.
I don't really remember him.
Sometimes I don't either. For 50 years. Shut up. Now, I can barely remember what he sounds like. I think I'd enjoy a peace and quiet.
Are you cold?
No, just wet. I'm gonna take this off.
Look, Grandma, what if someone sees us?
Oh, trust me, no one from Garden Grove is gonna be out in this weather.
Are you sure?
Positive.
What time do you take your pills?
Not till dinner time with food.
If I'd had more time, I would have brought food. I would have made like pumpkin cookies like you taught me. Or a meatloaf sandwich. But I came straight from school, so I didn't have time. Are you hungry? Are you sick?
Just old.
But your pills, I mean, are they prescription?
Mm-hmm.
But then we're gonna have to find your doctor. Like over there? I'm pretty sure my grandfather's doctor speaks a bit of English. He came to the funeral.
That's nice.
Yeah. Dad brought him like a case of wine as a thank you, which I thought was a little weird. I think he should have given it to him when I was like trying to keep my grandfather alive.
Doctors can only do so much, Ellie.
That's Sophie.
They're not magicians.
I know, just saying.
Is he handsome?
The doctor?
Handsome doctors are always more expensive.
What?
Trust me. I've had my fair share of doctors, I should know. I can't afford the handsome ones.
It's Belgium, Grandma. I mean, doctors are basically free.
You sound like Obama.
He's great.
Oh. Does Belgium have a president?
No, they have a king, but he doesn't really do anything. And they have a prime minister and a government. They don't do anything either. They had like no government for almost 2 years and the country was fine.
I don't believe that.
It's true. I remember because Dad didn't shave the whole time. There was some famous actor over there who started some kind of protest or something. And he was famous as you can get in Belgium at least. But I think Dad was the only other person who did it, and he was in America. It got really long. Do you remember? It's like insane.
Oh, no wonder your mother left him.
Grandma.
Sorry, I just don't like beards.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to be nice to him. We're over there.
Honey, he's not going to want his ex-mother-in-law staying.
I'm sure he'll be fine. I'll just call him from Courtney's house.
He doesn't know we're coming?
Technically?
Not technically? What does that mean?
It means not yet.
Eleanor K. Anderson!
Will you stop calling me that? My name's Sophie. Sophie Maria Smed if you want to do the whole angry thing. Grandma, what's that?
Nothing.
Grandma, what was that?
It was my incontinence alarm.
What does that mean? I don't understand.
It means I've had an accident.
Oh, well then what do I need to do? What should I do?
You need to take me home.
No, we can figure this out. We'll be fine.
Listen to me, sweetie. You need to take me home.
But that's not your home.
It's where I live.
Why? Why would you ever want to go back there? Ever?
Because I can't change my underwear out here.
So?
Because I can't control my bladder and I have a bad hip. I told your mother years ago, I don't want my family to have to bother with this. I get old, put me in a home.
Nobody told me that.
You're still young.
I'm 15.
When you get older,
When I get older, I'm gonna leave this place and these people and make my own decisions about my own life. Everyone keeps making decisions for me. Like Mom and Dad, everybody. You're the only one who doesn't try to keep things from me.
nobody's trying to keep anything from you.
That's a lie. They think I'm too young, that I don't know stuff. But I know stuff. I mean, not sex.
Sophie, did something happen? With a boy?
Not with a boy. Yesterday when I got home from school, I got on Mom's computer And I found this video. It's of her. And she's on the kitchen table and she's having. Oh, God, I can't even say it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right.
She's on the kitchen table and she's making her. He's on top of her. And, oh, he's so hairy. Oh, God. And they keep talking all through and they won't shut up. They just talk.
Shh. It's okay. It's okay.
Why would they make a video? God, I can't go back. Not after all the things she did. I can't.
It's okay. It's okay.
She's just a cheater, Grandma. A cheater and a slut.
Honey, they're divorced, sweetie.
But they're not. I mean, the divorce hasn't even come through yet. Oh, God, I hate her. I hate her.
Oh, sweetie.
Honey. It's all her fault.
It's never just one person's fault. Never.
But marriage is supposed to be forever.
It's complicated.
It's a promise. How is that complicated? Oh, I don't understand.
Shall I tell you a secret?
What?
Your grandfather cheated on me.
What? Oh, Grandma, I'm so sorry. I can't believe Grandma.
No. I don't want you to hate him. That's not why I'm telling you. It's the opposite.
That didn't make any sense.
Listen, when I was younger, when your mother was born, I used to yell at your grandfather all the time. Yell at him for little things. Taking his shoes off and leaving them in the middle of the living room.
I do that too.
Maybe it's a family thing. Crazy thing is, I didn't even care about the shoes that much.
Then why do you yell at him?
It's complicated. I don't know. Marriage is hard work. Your grandfather and I were very lucky.
That's not lucky what he did. I mean, it's mean and it's horrible and awful. And why don't you just leave him?
There's nowhere to go. And besides, some of my friends have been through the same thing. Most of them stayed.
I'm so sorry, Grandma.
Don't be. I'm glad I stayed. Your grandfather was a wonderful husband and a wonderful father.
But
no one tells you what it's going to be like in 5 years or in 10 years or in 30 years. It keeps changing. When you're young, you fall in love. You think that's enough.
But it is enough. I mean, love is like the most wonderful.
No, you need so much more than love. You need perseverance, intelligence, a sense of humor. Grandfather and I had a good life.
But he cheated on you with another woman.
I bet at the end of his life, he didn't even remember that woman's name.
Really?
Really. Jellybean?
Okay. I guess I better take you back now. There, put your way back on.
Ooh, no, that's not necessary. It's not a prison, you know.
What? You mean we could have just, like, walked out the front door?
Yes.
Fuck. Oh, God! Sorry.
That's okay.
Fuck! Grandma!
Fuck!
Swear with me. Fuck! Fuck!
What's another one?
Shit! Fuck! Motherfucker!
Oh, that's a good one. Especially considering mother.
Grandma!
Say it with me. You'll feel better. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Motherfucker!
I still hate Mom, though.
It's alright to hate your mother sometimes.
I've never let anyone get away with cheating on me. Bash his brains in.
Yes, dear.
Grandma? Can I give you the wig? I mean, if you could have just walked out the front door. Why'd you put it on? What?
It was fun.
Oh, I wish I could stay with you for a while.
Garden Grove? It's steal all of our new boyfriends.
Oh, Grandma! Gross!
Now, before we begin our discussion of Pride and Prejudice...
Ridiculous book. As if the upper-class Mr. Darcy would have ever married her.
But he did.
But he wouldn't have done.
But Belle, they're not real people, they're characters, and he did marry her.
Well, if he'd asked my opinion, I would have told him not to.
It was beautiful, so romantic. I love it, absolutely love it.
Oh yes, a great classic. I could have played Elizabeth
50 years ago.
You mean as an egg in my mother's womb?
Yes, but we will discuss it later. But, and I know you've made some very interesting points first, but I've got some really exciting news to impart.
Oh, so do I.
I absolutely love excitement.
You must have an excellent memory.
So I met the gardener from the old Grange, and he says the new people have moved in. They're from London.
London? Oh dear.
And they've got pots and pots of money.
I wonder what they're like. London. We must expect the worst. Still, it might be worth asking.
Asking what?
Really, Jenny, you are slow to catch on. The old Grange? Perfect for the church fair. It's such a worry this year after the debacle last year.
I know the church fair is very important, but we can discuss it in the break. My news concerns the book club. I found a new member.
Darling, how wonderful! Another disciple to join our votives of the written word. Where did you find her? Or is it a him?
It's a her.
Pity.
I put an advert in the newsagents, and she phoned up. She sounded really keen, so I invited her to join.
Jenny, you've got no sense. She could come from one of those new houses built on the old railway ground. Ghastly modern boxes. She could be anyone.
Each and anyone and everyone of us is anyone. And everyone and any one of us is everyone. We are all one of the whole one that makes up the whole. And the whole makes up the
Yes, well, thanks Ruth for clearing that up. Now, Jenny, darling, I don't wish to be picky, but you say you have a new member. Well, where is she?
Oh, that'll be her now. Now, please, everyone, be nice and welcoming.
She's got no right inviting a new member along.
Well, actually, I can't wait to meet her. This group is so incestuous. We've all known each other far too long.
Everyone, this is Paula, this is Ruth, and Sarah, and Belle.
Hi!
No more like.
Welcome next to me. I love meeting new people.
I don't know you.
No, I don't know you neither. Only moved here 3 weeks ago.
A newcomer to our beautiful, unspoiled village.
Yeah.
We are all third generation.
Is that a rock band?
Band? No. It means we all lived here all our lives. As did our parents. As did our grandparents.
Oh, time for a move then. It all sounds dead boring. You know, I like to move about. We move every couple of years, you know?
Yes, well, thank you, Paula. Now, I'd like to welcome Paula, and I hope you have a lovely evening with us. I hope that this book club will broaden your intellectual horizons and help you to understand literature in a new and meaningful way.
You did, you know, say we'd get some wine and cakes like.
Yes, we'll have a break.
Right. We haven't done anything yet.
Not now, after we've had our discussion of Pride and Prejudice.
And how long is that going to take? I'm bloody starving.
Not long. First we'll have to discuss, and then we have to decide, and later we'll...
Let's get on with it. I've got better things to do than listen to you dithering. I should be telling the vicar how to organize the church fair.
The vicar?
Yes, he needs me to do everything for him. He's absolutely hopeless.
I think we should get back to the business in hand. We should decide...
I like fruitcake.
Oh, well, then you're in the right place.
There's fruitcake and other sorts.
I haven't had time to eat. Can't I have my cake now?
I didn't come here to talk about cake. If we are going to discuss cake, I'd rather be out looking for a venue for the church fair.
Perhaps the vicar's already found one.
Ridiculous. The vicar is as good as useless. He's only been here 6 months and he's leaning heavily upon me.
Look, it's not the other way round.
We have to find a new venue. Mrs. Simpkins has forbidden us the use of her garden this year after the unfortunate incident with the donkey last year. I'm sure the old vicar could have smoothed things over, but this new vicar...
Well, he's very good looking though.
I haven't noticed. I've been far too busy putting him right on several important matters. All he thinks about is numbers.
Old Testament?
No, bottoms, if you'll forgive me the term, on benches. We only had 5 at Evensong last week and now he's got the bishop on his back.
Like, that's it?
I think we should get back to our most interesting discussion on Pride and Prejudice.
I don't mind what we talk about. I'm sure it will be lovely.
No, I don't mind either, but I was promised cake. My belly's growling. I'd like some cake.
You seem to be more interested in cake than books.
Her, over there. She said, come to the book club and you get wine and cakes like.
Yes, and you will. But first we have to discuss Pride and Prejudice, and then we'll have cake.
That's not correct. We always decide about next month's book before the break.
Oh yes, of course, that's very important. Does anyone have a suggestion?
Yes, Jane Eyre.
Why?
I played in the stage adaptation. I gave the most marvelous performance
As the mad woman in the attic.
I don't mind what this is. I'm sure it will be lovely.
Well, I don't want to read Jane Eyre. I want to read something else, anything else, but certainly not Jane Eyre. We should have a vote.
Darling, what exactly is the proposal then?
I don't know what we both know.
Neither do I.
Well, you should. You are supposed to be in charge.
Well, I wouldn't say I was in charge. The book club was my idea, and I think it's been very successful. Yes, very successful. I did start it, but I think I would rather be known as the facilitator.
And what's that then?
One of the criteria for joining a book club, not that I am the facilitator, but I would have thought a facilitator would think, is a basic knowledge of English vocabulary. What were you thinking, Madam Facilitator?
I thought bringing in a different sort of person would make it more interesting.
What do you mean by that?
Different people, different backgrounds, different ideas.
I'm sure Jenny wasn't suggesting that you were any way inferior.
Of course I wasn't. I just said,
But we all knew what you thought.
Darlings, this doesn't bode well. We are here to discuss Pride and Prejudice, not social inequalities. Although, now that I think of it, it would be an interesting thing if we applied it to Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice. Yeah, you know, I like that.
You? You like Pride and Prejudice?
Oh yeah, I fancy calling Firth rotten. He's well fit.
We are talking about the book, not the film.
Same difference.
You read a book, you watch a film.
No point reading something you can watch.
Philistine.
No, Paula.
Ignoramus.
You ever, thought of getting your teeth whitened?
No, I have not.
You really should, it hurts like hell.
Paula, my dear, this is a book club. We read a book, and then we discuss it. Tonight it's Pride and Prejudice, which we all read last month.
So, shall we talk about social inequalities then?
Like what? What makes a social inequality?
Where you come from, if you are born in a palace, you are royalty.
And what about a terrace backing on a railway line?
Barely working class.
What about a mansion in acres of land?
Socially very acceptable.
And what about a stable?
A stable? Are you referring to my Lord Jesus Christ?
Yeah. And where does he fit into your social scale?
Oof, you're a clever lady, Paula. Now, consider Pride and Prejudice. are the Bennets the same social class as Mr. Darcy?
Of course not. What's next?
Oh, obviously, we should go into it in more depth. Look at reasons behind decisions, courses of action, read between the lines, you know.
Like the other bird getting the pig ugly bloke.
No, Alice, that is beautiful.
She's something.
Last time I looked, it was a sofa. Is that in your vocabulary? Ha, bloody ha. Really, Jenny, I appeal to you as the facilitator. Like the other bird getting the pig ugly bloke. Is this really what we are here for?
Paula is new. I'm sure she'll settle in.
But she has made a good point. Why does the bird travel Lucas end up with the pig ugly bloke William Collins? Is it because of her social standing?
More like desperation.
Yes, you are right.
Bloody hell, I'm a genius!
Yes, absolutely. She was desperate. Desperate for her own home.
Desperate for love. We all are desperate for love.
Speak for yourself. Some of us can do without it.
Oh, that's so sad. I think love is necessary as breathing. Breathe. Breathing. Breathe. Heavy breathing.
Well, she wasn't desperate for love. She just made a calculated choice to live without it.
Sensible girl.
Oh, that's so sad. Who could cry for her?
Well, but do you think she regretted it?
Of course she did. Can you imagine having to do it with someone you didn't fancy?
Oh yes, I could imagine.
That's so sad. I could cry for you.
I didn't mean me, of course not. I said I could imagine. I wasn't referring to Jeremy.
Jeremy! What a stupid name!
All the names are lovely. They reflect.
I really would rather you didn't insult my husband's name. He's a very nice man, and I'm sure you would like him if you met him.
No, I didn't mean no offense. Like, I just said it's a stupid name, and it is. I'm sure I'd like him if I met him. Where is he then?
He's gone out. He's very considerate like that. He said, I'm sure your little ladies would like the lounge to themselves.
Oh, I've met his type. Couldn't wait to get out of the house.
Oh no, it wasn't like that.
Where's he gone then? Sounds to me as if he's got a bit on the side, but don't worry. No shit-hot divorce lawyer.
I don't want a divorce. He's gone bowling. Crown Green indoor. He's very good. Excellent hand-eye coordination.
Oh, lucky old you.
I didn't come here to discuss your husband.
Well, if we are going to discuss Jeremy, we must do so in the context of Pride and Prejudice. So, Jenny, tell me, why did you marry him? And it has to be a Pride and Prejudice answer.
I don't understand.
Are you thick or something? Did you marry him because you fancy the pants off him like Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy? Or did you marry him just not to become an old spinster?
You do have a very good brain. You go straight to the point.
Appearances can be so deceptive. People think if you have beard, you can not write good poetry. Look at Christina Rossetti.
She didn't have a beard.
But she wrote a beautiful poetry without any need or hiding herself behind a facial barrier. She didn't think she was inferior because she didn't have a beard. And you didn't think you were inferior because no one thinks it. No one alone.
And no one appointed you as the spokesperson.
Darling, you are waiting for an answer.
I really don't see what Pride and Prejudice has, my marriage has to do with Pride and Prejudice, and I really would prefer that you didn't talk about it anymore.
We're just having a bit of fun. Something I'm sure you often have with Jeremy.
Yeah, you know, I like having fun. You know, Stevie and me, like, we often dress up, you know. Does Jeremy ever wear a uniform for you know what?
Oh no, he doesn't wear anything.
Oh!
Let's get back to the inequality theme.
We still haven't decided on a book to read next month.
I was going to get round to it.
Perhaps Paula would like to choose?
Oh, that's an excellent idea.
I am assuming you can read.
Yeah, and I don't live in a cave neither. I've always been a good reader, you know, read lots.
What do you think we should read next month? I'm sure it would be lovely.
What about Sex in the Office by Belinda Blount?
Oh, no, we don't want any sex.
Speak for yourself. I think it sounds splendid.
Yeah, it's great, you know. It's about a secretary who falls in love with her boss, who is in love with another woman who falls in love with the secretary. It's a little bit of a lesbo theme, but some of you might enjoy that.
Oh, indeed.
Paula, you're not suggesting... You can't come in here. I think it's a bit much. You can't come in here and... I'm the facilitator. I think I should veto such a book.
Why?
You have to ask.
Yes, why shouldn't we read something new? Show we are progressive, not stuck in a rut. I'm all for the secretary.
And no doubt you'd like to play her in the film.
Oh, I'm sure you would be a more suitable casting.
I would never lower myself to be an actress.
You know what? You really should get those teeth whitened.
Stop it, you two. Sniping at each other isn't going to solve this dreadful problem.
What problem? There's no problem. She's told me to choose, I've chose.
I've chosen.
She told me to choose.
Please, could you, would you think again?
You want me to think?
Really, Jenny, it's way past her capabilities.
You know, I need a ciggy. I can think without a ciggy.
Oh, no. Jeremy has asthma. You can't smoke in here.
Repulsive habit.
And I have to think about my boys.
And no doubt tobacco's a little tame for you. I'll take it outside then.
That would be a good idea. Please don't let anyone see you. The neighbors would be shocked.
Blithering idiot.
I thought she was lovely.
I meant Jenny. How could you have ruined our group by letting in that uncouth know-nothing?
I think she's very bright.
She thinks a film is the same as a book.
Sorry, I didn't think. It was a spur-of-the-moment thing. I thought bringing in new blood would make it more interesting. And I still do, but I really didn't think.
You will have to tell her to go, that we don't want her here and she's never to come back.
No, you will not. I think she will be excellent. Very refreshing. We never have any new ideas. We're sitting here month after month saying the same things. Jenny, it was a very good idea. I think you did well.
I think we should vote.
If you say so.
Yes, I do. I vote she goes.
Well, I vote she stays.
I vote she stays. She has a lovely soul. She's my sister.
And Jenny votes with me, so we are 2-all. And as Jenny is in charge, I've decided she gets 2 votes, so that creature goes. As soon as she comes back in, you will tell her to go.
Oh, no, I can't.
Then I will.
But forgive me, Belle, I usually agree with you. But you see, I think she should stay too.
No, you don't.
But I do, I think we need her.
I'm telling you, you don't.
Well, sorry, Belle, but you have lost the vote. She stays.
Then I'm going.
That must be your decision.
I beg your pardon.
That must be your
I
decision.
heard you. I just simply couldn't believe it. You would turn me out after all these years. You would rather have that common lowlife in your group than me.
I'd rather have both of you.
I'm going and I'm never coming back through that door again. And you can go down on your bended knees and beg me until you're blue in the face and I will never come back, not even if you hate me. I said I'm going now. Jenny, I really am going. I'm going to open the door. And
I've had a think and I think you're right. I don't think Sex in the Office is, you know, right for this group, and I don't think I'm right neither.
Hallelujah.
I mean, this was nice of you to invite me, and I thought I'd like to discuss them books, like, but I'm not, you know, right for this group, and I can see that. I never went to school much, Toronto mostly, got married young, never worked, so I don't know much of nothing really.
never worked. Worse than I thought.
Living off benefits.
No, I'm not living off benefits. I did something right. Married the right man. He's done good.
Doing what?
You know, buying and selling, like,
Market trader.
no. Shopping centers, owns a few nightclubs, buys properties, like, you know.
So where do you live?
At the old ranch. Moved in 3 weeks ago.
Old Grange, but that's enormous.
Oh, yeah. 10 bedrooms, 6 acres, and a lot of work.
You really live there?
Yeah, with Stevie.
6 acres. It would be perfect for the church fair.
Look, I really think we need to get back to the book club. Paula, my dear, I'm really sorry that you think you can't continue with us, but I'm sure we do respect and understand your decision.
I don't. I think you should stay. I've been overwhelmed by your insight.
Yeah, right.
And pertinent comments. I think you would be a perfect addition to our little sisterhood, striving to gain the knowledge of the written word.
You want me to stay?
I've never wanted anything more.
Donna, you should stay. You'd be so good for us.
Of course, you should stay. You are beautiful. I can feel your soul. The connection is deep and profound.
It must be grass.
What do you mean?
Mary Jane.
Oh no, she died 3 years ago. It's right. I saw in love. It's really lovely.
Frank is your new bloke? Where did you meet him?
Animal shelter, it's on the left.
He's her new kitten.
Oh, I prefer dogs myself.
I hope you're not looking at anyone in particular.
Yes, and they would have all that space to run around in. Paula, you know, the old Grange, it would be so perfect for the church fair.
Yeah, that's what the vicar said.
Vicar?
Vicar of St. Edward's.
That's my church.
Young bloke. Been here 6 months. Says his name's Dennis.
That's my vicar.
Bit of a hottie.
You know, I've been thinking about going to that church.
Sinners are always welcome.
Dennis said.
When?
At the Dean time, you know, he showed up and I didn't get none, so I could really do here with some cake.
It's nearly time.
And I'm nearly fainting from hunger.
No cake until you tell me what he said.
He asked if he could hold the church fair in our grounds.
How dare he? He never asked for my permission.
Permission for what?
Permission to approach you. He should have asked me if it would be all right for him to ask you.
Why?
Why? What do you mean, why? I am the organizer.
And he's the vicar.
He's new and he doesn't know what he's doing.
Oh, I think he knows what he's doing, you know. Stevie said he thinks he's very enterprising.
So, he solved the problem on his own without my help.
No, he ain't.
He ain't? Hasn't?
Because I said no.
Oh, that is good news. I can't have him solving his own problems. Where would it end?
But why did you say no?
Because I'm always cranky when I'm hungry, you know.
Can I run the white elephant study again? I love white elephant study. Last year, it was the sweetest little blue something. I cannot remember what it is, but now it's on my bathroom. It's absolutely love it.
There won't be a white elephant stall or any other stall. We have nowhere to hold the church fair because the vicar hasn't been able to find anywhere. He just can't do anything without me.
I think I should serve the refreshments now.
Yes, please, I'm desperate.
Just
Give
a
us something
moment.
to eat.
Just a moment, Jenny. Paula, would you like to have some fruit cake? Homemade fruit cake filled with delicious sultanas, raisins, glacé cherries, scattered on top with halved almonds.
Oh, how many more times? I'm absolutely starved here. I could eat a horse.
3 sorts of fruitcake and shortbread only, I'm afraid.
No, Paula, think of the sumptuous cake and tell me if you would consider letting me have the use of your land for the church fair. And if you say no, then there's no cake.
Well, I don't see why not, you know. There's enough place for parking and everything. And I think Stevie would chip in a bit. You know, he likes giving money to charities, like tax-free thing. 10 grand, do you?
10,000? 1,000? We could have a petting zoo as well as donkey rides. You don't object to donkeys, do you?
Oh no, I'm sure we'd let you in.
Well, if pressed, I might even open the fair for you.
We always have someone the public will recognize. You've been out of work far too long.
Resting, darling, resting. My phone could ring tomorrow and my whole life would be catapulted into a vortex of glamour and excitement, while you would still be organizing this church fair.
I could probably get someone to open it, you know. Stevie knows a lot of celebs because of the nightclubs.
Jenny, I need to use your phone now.
It's in the hole.
The vicar will hear about his complete incompetence and how I have saved the day and saved the fair.
I would like to go to nightclubs. So romantic.
I wouldn't know what to wear. Do you wear evening dresses?
Aye, but darlings, I spent my youth in nightclubs, surrounded by admirers, drinking champagne out of my slipper, and dancing on tables.
Health and safety would put an end to that these days.
Vicar, I have a menu.
Oh dear, that poor man. Belle can be so overbearing sometimes.
I wouldn't worry about him. He is no fool. He's got her taped.
What do you mean?
When I told him I was coming here, he said, watch out for the... Better use words like, better not sad, but lonely. He did say lonely.
Is that why you said you let her use your land?
I know, you know, what it's like to be lonely. Been here 3 weeks and I've hardly spoke to a soul. I can hear them all thinking, bloody Londoner.
Well, some maybe, but not all. Please give us a chance.
What do you mean? Do you really, really want me to be a member of the Little Whittington Book Club?
Of course, we want it. You are lovely. We love you. Have a proposal.
It must be Prozac.
I would be delighted if you would join our book club.
The vicar said I should. He said you weren't all bad.
You seem to have had quite a long conversation with darling Dennis.
Oh yeah, and I missed my dinner!
And you really said no to Dishy Dennis?
No, not really, not altogether. I said yes, but you mustn't say nothing.
Oh, what a tangled web we weave. When first we practice to deceive. But he'll tell her.
No, he won't.
He won't.
No. It was a plot. You know, like in them books you read, you know. When I told him I was coming, he knew she'd ask. And he wanted her to think she'd saved the day. So, you know the rest.
Oh, what a lovely man.
Yeah.
Well, I think Paula is very lovely too.
Of course she's lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely women. Oh, shall I join it?
We won't tell a soul. Our lips are sealed.
Yeah, keep a trap shut or I'll cop it from her.
Sorted him out. He's so grateful to me. He's so grateful. He called me the heroine of the fair.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, what a wonderful new... The heroine of the fair. I can't say I know a heroine.
Oh, heroin.
Belle, I'm so pleased for you. And there's more good news. Paula is going to join the book club.
Oh, excellent news, Jenny. Where's the fruitcake? Give the ladies a fruitcake. Oh, but wait a moment. We still haven't decided next month's read. No refreshments until a decision has been made.
We did say that Paula could choose.
Yes, but I don't think I can cope with sex in the office.
Have you tried on a beach?
Certainly not. Disgusting suggestion.
What she meant, the book.
What book?
That's a wonderful idea. A 20th century classic. Well done, Paula.
Well, I told you she was a clever lady. A 20th century classic. That's perfect.
Are you familiar with Neville Shute?
No, I don't think I've ever met him.
He wrote On the Beach.
He wrote on the beach?
Yes.
Oh, I hope he didn't get sand in his pen.
Oh.
It never turns out how you think, does it? I'm Sandra, 42 years old and mum to Carrie Ann. Her dad left us when she was 9. Ran off with a nude model from his life drawing class. To be fair, if those pictures he drew were in proportion, I can't blame him. I can laugh about it now. Hurt at the time, mind. But we got through it. I never really loved again. Suppose I was too scared to. But I'm quite happy, doing 3 mornings a week in my local supermarket and volunteering at the Old Folk Centre. Well, it's nice for them to have someone to chat to. Stops them getting lonely. Stops me getting lonely too. I never imagined I'd be facing middle age on my own. It never turns out how you think, does it? Hello, love. Lovely to see you. You changed things around a bit in here since I last popped in.
Yeah, me and Anastasia did it a few weeks back. Do you like it?
Oh yes, very modern. All straight lines and nowhere to put anything. Hey, you got a new sofa, very nice too.
Yeah, let me just stay on.
Oh, bloody hell, who would have thought? No, it's really lovely, darling. Sets the room off a treat. You're quite the Linda Barker, aren't you?
I can't claim credit, really. Anastasia's been doing some feng shui evening class. She thought she'd try it out of the place. I think it's rather sophisticated.
Oh, it is. Now, you're very lucky to be able to afford such luxuries. I feel like I made it when I buy extra quilted bog roll. I don't think I'll ever be in the market for flat screen TVs and heated towel rails.
Well, I do work hard.
I know. Just saying. How is Anastasia? Is the flat share still working out okay?
Yes, of course it is. Why wouldn't it?
Hey, calm yourself down. I was only asking, love.
Yeah, well, it's fine. It's just all fine, John. How's you? How's work?
Oh, you know, gets me out meeting people, helps me pay the rent.
Helps you mixing with the great unwashed.
It's a bloody supermarket, Carrie Ann, not a brothel.
Mum, I've been in there. It's like the green room of the Jeremy Kyle show. All sweaty armpits and missing teeth.
That's just a manager.
I just don't know why you don't want to do better for yourself. Don't aim for the stars.
I'm a bit old for that now, love. Besides, I'm happy. I know it's not everyone's idea of a fulfilling career, but I enjoy it. All my friends are there, and you soon get to know all the regulars who pop in.
Rather you than me, that's all. Did I tell you I've been invited to the Director's Ball next month? 300 quid a ticket, and a 5-star hotel in Dorset.
300 quid? That paid for my week in Benidorm, that would. 300 quid. You have to take me with you. I can sleep on your sofa. You're bound to have a sofa and your room in a 5-star hotel. I quite fancy a little mini break in Dorset.
I don't think it'll be your kind of thing, Mum. Anyway, I'm taking Anastasia.
All right, I see.
You know, Mum, I think you did a bit more for yourself. I went to college, that sort of thing. You could afford your own mini break.
But I don't want to, Carrie Ann. I'm happy where I am. I may not be hobnobbing in 5-star hotels, but I'm happy. Anyway, let's change the subject. Any new boyfriends on the scene? You seem to have been single for ages. You don't want to end up like me. There's not room on the shelf for the both of us.
Mum, you know you don't have to have a boyfriend to be someone, don't you?
I know. You know, but there's no harm in having a little dabble, is there? Yeah, you're not one of them lesbians, are you?
No, Mum, I'm not a lesbian.
Shame, really, in a way. Puts on the map at our place, that does.
What on earth are you going on about?
Having a child that's a gay? Everyone at Freshco knows Brenda on the boat meets because her son is shacked up with some lad called Tarquin. Even Maureen on Magazines and Confectionery could point out Brenda, and she only comes in on a Sunday. It's nice to have a thing, you know.
Mum, are you seriously trying to tell me that having a gay son is her thing?
Well, it's certainly one of them. There's also the fact that she's a bit prone to scratching her backside while she's on the meat slicer. I try not to think too much about that because it puts me off my luncheon meat. Here, did you see Top Gear last week?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you used to love Top Gear, never missed.
I've kind of moved on a bit since then, Mum. I really don't have time for mind-numbing shit like that.
All right, I see. Well, tell me, have you got time for mind-numbing shit like visiting your nan? She'd love to see you. I was telling her all about your promotion at the home. I think she must have told everyone at the home about it. She was so proud. Must be months since you last spoke to her.
Oh, Mum, stop going on about it. That's all I ever hear. When are you going to go visit your nan? You know, next time I'm down at Whitefields, I'll pop in by and see her, I promise.
You know, Nan hasn't been in Whitefields for over a month now, Carrie Ann. I told you when I last saw you at Christmas that the council were closing her home. She's over near a new place near a shopping precinct now. Very plush. You ought to pop in and see her. Mind you need to keep a safe distance from Mr. Dickens in room 26. He's got a bit of a thing for the young ladies. He's surprisingly nimble on that walking frame, I tell you. I'm not kidding you. If he had his name, it'd be Dickens by name and Dickens by name.
I seriously don't need to know about some old codger.
Who's handy with his todger.
Look, I really do need to get on with this.
I know, you're very busy. Here, I had a dream about Jeremy Clarkson last night.
Mum, I really don't need to know.
He had a surprisingly good body underneath
Mum.
all that denim.
Do you want a muffin? They're white chocolate and raspberry, your favourites.
I'd love one. But I'd have to starve myself for a week after eating that, ruin all my hard work.
Another diet.
I'll have you know I was the biggest loser at Weight Watchers this week. 4.5 pounds I'd shifted.
That's great, Mum.
Jean Harkat was fuming. She was hoping to make it 3 out of 3, but she forgot to visit the ladies on the way in.
The ladies.
Oh yes, all the regulars do it. You can knock off at least half a pound by nipping in for a wee on your way in. £1.50 if you can muster up a shed. Hoping I can maybe shed a few more pounds and book one of them singles holidays to somewhere hot and exotic. Probably won't go much further than Benidorm, but it was nice to get away.
Singles holiday. I really can't think of anything worse. A load of dried up old women and lecherous old pervs who can't keep their hands to themselves.
Ooh, I do hope so.
I'm not kidding you. You know, my mate Emma's mum went on one of those singles holidays and she had to come back early because there was a load of dirty old men. You know, one was so bad, even the coach driver called him Gordon the Groper.
I know, I think I can look after myself. Quick mean and nuts usually does the trick.
months back.
Oh, it looks really nice. Tables outside and everything. Very continental.
Yeah, it's quite nice. Me and Anastasia are going there later. They do a jazz band on a Sunday afternoon.
Jazz? You always used to be to the Backstreet Boys and Westline. Yes, indeed.
Mum, we all have to move on. We'll have to grow up.
Well, maybe you and me can pop over there sometimes. Have a cup of tea and a piece of cake.
It's a coffee shop, Mum.
I can't be doing with all them newfangled coffees. Used to be 70 pence for a cup of instant at a cafe at work. Now they've installed one of them fancy machines. Saving Portuguese behind the counter weeks to learn the difference between Americano and a mocha latte. Can you believe she even had to go on a training course just to learn how to use it?
Coffee's big business now, Mum. I did a unit on it as part of my degree last year. You've got to give people what they want, move with the times.
Well, try telling Portuguese that. She had 3 days with the head of catering hovering over her shoulder just to check she was safe with the steaming nozzle. By the Wednesday, she turned around and told me if he didn't leave her alone, she'd steam his nozzle. I mean, that's pretty sharpish after that.
Don't you ever wish that you did something a bit more exciting than work in a supermarket? I would rather die than spend my life stocking shelves.
Here it pays the bills. Not everyone can be a high flyer like you. And I'll have you know, my job can be very interesting.
What? When someone puts an unexpected item in the bagging area. Sounds like a thrill a minute.
I'll have you know, only last week we had a real to-do. Bernard on Fruit and Veg had rearranged a cucumber and 2 aubergines into a very unfortunate collage. And the week before he'd been at it with the melons.
How exactly did this become the highlight of your week, Mum?
So Bernard got given his Martian orders. I think it was mainly because he was due to move on to fresh fish and they were scared of what he might be able to create with the raw ones.
It's fascinating with Bernard and his modern art is. I do need to get on with this. I'm not trying to get rid of you or anything. It's just, I've got lots to do. It's important.
All right. It's important and all that. Here, I don't want to presume or anything, but it's Mother's Day in a couple of weeks. And I've got a lovely joint of gammon in the freezer. Maybe you could pop over. Oh, and don't worry, Brenda's hands haven't been anywhere near it.
Mum, I can't. I've got a conference up in Leeds that week and I thought I'd go the night before so I was fresh for the Monday morning. No movers and shakers I need to impress.
Movers and shakers, eh? All right. Listen, love, is everything okay? You just seem, well, very down.
Of course it is, why wouldn't it be?
No reason, love. It's just I don't see much of you anymore and you seem a little bit stressed, that's all.
Maybe some of us have more important things to worry about than a man with a vegetable fetish who thinks he's bloody Damien Hirst. Look, I'm sorry. It's just, I'm not like you. I wish I was. You just seem to cope with everything with this big smile on your face. Nothing ever seems to get you down. Make a joke about anything. You got really. A 1-bedroom apartment and a part-time job in a supermarket. Yet you're happy, content. To me. All I ever wanted was to have all the things you didn't have. A lovely home. A job that people were actually impressed by. Enough money in my pocket so that I could go to a fancy restaurant once a week. When I go visit you and Nan, I'm just reminded of the things I'm missing out on. Contentment. Real happiness. Doesn't come with fancy cars and money and homes. Just accepting what you've got and just making the best of it.
Oh, love. Do you really think I've always been happy? Do you not think I haven't cried myself to sleep at night for months when your dad and naked Nellie did a disappearing act? Or when the landlord came round each week and I had to get you to hide behind the sofa with me in the dark, waiting for the banging on the front door to stop? Well, we got through it, didn't we? You and me? We only had each other. It was you that made me get up every day. There's no way I was giving up while my little girl needed me.
Weren't you ever angry? I mean, life dealt you a pretty shitty hand. swanning off with a girl half his age, spending all his money on fast cars and swanky holidays. Here's us rooting around underneath the sofa trying to find enough money just for the meter.
Oh, I had my moments. Like the day I took the scissors to the crotch of his new work suit. He was lucky I waited till he'd taken them off. But I soon realised he walked out and left me with the only thing that really mattered. I had you. And I wouldn't have traded 1 second of those years with you. Not for anything. She was welcome to him. Anyway, I saw the pair of them outside August last week. He had a face like a bag of spanners, and her tits were scraping the pavement. Too many years in the artist studio without her bra. He'd need a big old sheet of A2 if he was going to paint her now. Just more of a landscape than a portrait.
No, Mum, you're way too forgiving. I'll never forgive him, ever.
No point being bitter, love. Doesn't get you anywhere. Just makes you sad and angry. Is there anything I can do to help? If it's getting too much with your long hours and business meetings, I can always run the room around a couple of times a week if it helps.
Fine.
Oh, I don't mind. You know, I've a couple of afternoons with nothing on. In fact, you'd be doing me a favour. I've watched every single episode of Bargain Hunt 3 times now, and there's only so much David Dickinson a woman can take. Here, let me take these home with me. I can get them all done and back to you by Tuesday.
Oh, no, Mum, it's fine. Really. I don't want to put you out.
Oh, no, there's no trouble, love, honestly. Here, what are these?
Just leave it, Mum. Anastasia's.
Anastasia, working at Burger King? Well, she's a qualified lawyer.
It's just some extra money at weekends. Don't worry.
But these are size 12. I don't mean to be rude, love, but Anastasia's no more size 12 than I am.
Mum, I said just leave it. They're her friends. Her friend's washing machine broke and we're just washing them for her.
Friend named Carrie Ann?
Mum,
What a coincidence.
leave it.
What's going on, Carrie Ann?
Mum, I said leave it. But, you know, I just think you should just go.
Looks like there's been whoopers aplenty around here.
That's it, just take the piss, why don't you? So you found out, okay? I'm not such a high flyer. Happy now? Please, Dar, you running around in people's business trying to embarrass them. I lost my job, okay? Which made redundant nearly a year ago. Surplus to requirements, they said. Last one in, first one out, they said. So yeah, Mum, I'm serving fast food to spotty bloody teenagers for a living. Proud are you, pretty your daughter and her university education?
I don't understand. The flat, the holidays, the business meetings, the Christmas parties.
Don't you get it? There were no business meetings. Jesus! I don't pay for any of this. I just pay for what I can. Anastasia's been really good about it. She earns good money. She's been understanding.
Why did you lie? Why did you tell me you were doing so well? I'm your mom.
And that's exactly why I couldn't tell you. For years, Mum, I sat and preached at you about bettering yourself, getting out of your dead-end job. And here's me now, wiping tables and flipping bloody burgers for a living. How could I tell you? Well, everyone would be down to the old folks centre and tell them about how well I was doing, about my latest promotion, my fancy conference. How could I tell you I'd lost everything? For years you scrimped and saved to put me through university, and now here's me scraping a living. Scraping a living. I'm relying on hand-me-outs so that I can get from one month to the next. How could I tell you? It should have broken your heart. I'll never want to make you proud. I just keep it down.
You haven't let me down, love. I'm the proudest mom in the world. never turns out how you think, does it? Yes, I am. That was 6 months ago. I always knew it was going to take me suddenly.
I don't understand.
Chronic heart disease, the doctor said. They said it could happen at any moment.
But how? I mean, are you sure?
Without any warning. They were right. It's just a pity I was only halfway through stacking the Cornish pastries. At least I found a way to get myself on the map. Even Maureen on magazines and confectionery knew my name by the end of it. Unless the paramedics had, at least it was quick. You might be wondering why I didn't tell her about my condition.
Yes.
Truth is, I was going to. The day I found out about her job, I thought about telling her before many times. But from the day I first held her in my arms, I just wanted to protect her from pain. From the doctor's needle when she had her jabs, from the scraped knees when she learned to ride a bike, having her heart broken for the first time, to this.
But how?
So I couldn't tell her, I just couldn't. It was never the right time. You never understand unconditional love till you have a child. That overwhelming need to protect them from the world and from hurt. But I couldn't protect her from this. Then after I spoke to her that day, I realized I didn't need to tell her. I'd done everything I set out to do. What more could I want her to know? I brought up a strong, proud, honourable young woman. I spent all my life trying to protect her. And all along the truth was, she was the one protecting me. It's a circle of life, I guess. And her knowing wouldn't have made any difference now, would it? It would just have given her one more thing to worry about. Anastasia will help her through. Found out I was right about those two. It's still early days for them, but I'm hoping she'll find happiness. Guess we both had our secrets. It's a funny thing, Death. We all know it's coming. We all want to pretend it isn't. It never turns out how you think, does it?
Well, how about I come
is it a P? No, it is. Okay, so it's PJ82. Oh, shit. Hello, hang on, just a minute. 826, size 12. Right, so I've already got the floral one, and I'm hoping to get this one so I can plan a trip somewhere nice and exotic.
Delivery Tuesday?
Yeah, delivery Tuesday will be
Thank
fine.
you for calling. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hello?
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 Etty?
No.
Oh, sorry. I think I might have dialed the wrong number.
Who are you trying to call?
My friend Hetty. Who's this?
It's not Hetty.
I'm so sorry. Oh, and you're American. Oh, that's wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, not wrong, just not what I was expecting. Anyway, you have a lovely day.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Hello?
Hi, it's me.
Who's me?
M.
Oh,
Gee, you don't sound so pleased.
well, I'm not pleased actually. I've just got a letter from the hospital with my appointment on.
Oh.
Oh, exactly. Oh, hospitals, now why can't they just leave you alone?
Gee, they can't. I mean, they get to a certain age like you, and it's all about poking you here, prodding you there, stabbing you here, jabbing you there, tubes and all. I mean, I can't tell you how many times
Oh,
I've...
yes, you can. I've heard all about your stabbings and proddings and pokings, oh, for years now, tubes and all.
Gee, it just goes to show that I know what I'm talking about, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, it's not you they're going to be poking and prodding, it's me, and I'm not best pleased.
Make sure you wear clean pants.
Clean pants! It's a cataract!
I know, but it doesn't really matter what you go in for. They always find a way to drift down to your nether regions. Look, just do what I do. Wear a nice pair of clean pants with a good sturdy gusset.
It's more than a sturdy gusset you need after 5 kids. It's scaffolding more like.
Ooh, shall I come and get you in the car?
No, no.
Look, I know I'm not very good with corners, but how can I find a route that goes very straight forward? I'll even take my hat off.
Well, thank you, but no. I'll be a nervous wreck before we get to the end of the avenue. We could get a taxi.
Suppose we could. Yeah, all right, we'll do that. Look, how about we go out for a meal afterwards? You know, make a day of it.
It's not a picnic at the seaside.
Oh, I know. I've got a new dress.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, how it's lovely this time. It's this nice yellow colour, and it's got blue and red flowers on it, and it zips up down the middle. I'm trying to figure out what to wear with it.
A big coat by the sound of it.
You know, it's just no talking to you when you're like this.
Yeah, but I'm worried, Emily.
All right. Relax. Listen, which department are you going to?
Gynecology.
Gynecology for a cataract?
Oh, friggin' hellfire, I've read that bugger wrong, haven't I?
I told you you were gonna need clean pants.
What's the matter?
Every bloody thing is the matter.
Oh dear.
Danny is cheating on me. I just caught him with his pants down.
His pants actually or just metaphorically down?
Actually, I think, unless I could have in any way misinterpreted my boyfriend and his secretary in bed together.
In the bed or on the bed?
In the bed.
Oh, it doesn't sound like they were playing Sudoku.
Shit. Any positive words of consolation? Any you're better off without him speeches? Come on, the more cliche the better, I don't mind.
I'm not feeling very good myself right now.
Why?
Peter died.
God, I'm so sorry. Oh, Janie, was he a close family member?
He was my rabbit.
He was what?
My rabbit? You've been living with the bloody thing for the last 5 years.
You are mourning a rabbit.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't look at me like that.
I'm not looking at you like anything.
People get really attached to their pets. It's like a real death in the family.
Yeah, it's like a real death, not like the death of a 7-year relationship. But losing a rabbit is so heartbreaking.
Come on, Jen.
My boyfriend, who, by the way, used to always tell me he liked having a girl who had something he could grab onto, has just replaced me for a girl who has absolutely nothing grabbable at all except for a pair of really large breasts.
She does have something to grab onto.
Jane!
Okay. I'm sorry about Danny. But Peter was my rabbit, and I'm feeling a little blue, too.
Okay, I'm sorry about Peter, too.
God, it's only bloody Monday.
Ladies, I have the very best news.
Have you run over Danny's secretary?
Why?
She's sleeping with my boyfriend.
Oh, shit.
Have you found out a way to bring animals back from the dead?
What happened?
Peter died.
Peter, your rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh, you poor thing. I'm so sorry.
Are you serious?
No, girls, it's neither of those. I'm pregnant! Pregnant!
Sorry, you're what?
Knocked up the dove, with the child of having a baby. I'm pregnant.
But how?
Jane, even if Mommy and Daddy forgot to give you that child, you must know what's calling you, hey, Dave.
Hey! My hay's still in the day. I'm definitely still in the hay today.
You were saying last week you hadn't had sex in over 6 months.
Haven't.
Then I really feel we must get back to how.
Oh, God, Gabby, you didn't.
Did what?
Might have done.
I thought we talked about this.
For what?
I've been artificially inseminated.
You've been what?
Artificially inseminated.
I thought you were too drunk to remember you decided to go through with that. Which, FYI, does not bode well as a start for motherhood, because you know what I've heard? You need to be quite sober quite a lot of the time.
Don't say synthetic. I'll just be one of those wine moms like mine was. Yeah. You know, she used to start at cook as early as 1:30 most days, just so she had an excuse to go open in the morning.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad you got a plan for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what about all the other issues?
Such as?
What about your fake tan?
Yeah.
You won't be able to spend 2 hours in the bathroom immaculately applying it to all areas.
Well, then I'll make more of an effort on going on an actual holiday to get a real tan than applying a fake one all the time.
Yeah, because you can't afford to go on a holiday in the sun every year now. Or you'll definitely be able to afford to when you have a little baby to take with you.
Yeah.
Travel agents do deals, you know. Kids go free and stuff.
Oh, silly me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't even like shit.
Show me a saint person. If you're referring to that incident, of course, I did like walking into my living room to find a big
can't lie one.
By my 30-year-old housemate who really know better.
I would just like to point out that it was you who fed me that half bottle of tequila. You!
There's so much more to bringing up a baby than dressing it up like a doll.
When I just line up like a doll, it would be the cutest one of all.
Oh, but it's such a big responsibility, Gabby.
Come on, enough. I know, but this is a bit sudden and that I can be prone to rash decision that I painfully regret afterwards. But I want a baby. I will look after it as the proper adult that I will have to become. And we are all gonna, we are all gonna give it the proper love that it deserves.
So, we're gonna have a pregnant woman in the house.
Yeah.
And a baby after that.
Correct. It'll be great. Come on. Oh, it'll be fantastic. Come on.
Yeah, I need to go check on prices for pet cremations.
For a rabbit?
Oh, don't start.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh yeah, the first of many trips, my friend. Are you alright? No. Just been sick though.
For the 5th time in 16 minutes.
But nothing out of the ordinary?
No.
Is there anything I can get you?
A hammer to bang this baby into submission.
But nothing I can actually get for you?
No. You know, having this baby was literally the worst idea I ever had.
I thought it was going to turn you into the responsible adult that you always wanted to become.
You know, being an adult is bullshit. Do you know that babies wake up every 2 hours?
Oh yeah, I had heard something like that. Yeah.
Every 2 hours? When are parents supposed to get any sleep?
Just have a word with them when it comes out and say, Mummy needs to go back to sleep, so go back to sleep, little baby. Because she didn't realise that you wouldn't get any sleep for the next 18 years.
What the bloody hell is the matter with you? Why are you having that cardigan over your face that I bought from yesterday?
Oh! Traumatised.
Yeah?
So Danny in the supermarket with his fling today.
Together.
Together. She licked his ear.
Licked his ear?
Licked his ear.
Yeah, that's bloody unhygienic. I hope there was no indulgence you used to partake in.
He never used to let me lick his ear. He used to say it irritated him. Traumatised.
You had love affairs.
No, the closest thing I've had to a love affair in the last 6 months is with a bottle of wine. That doesn't last for more than a couple of hours.
Maybe you should start drinking spirits then. You know, they last longer.
Great idea.
Yeah. I really go for Jack and Coke right now.
It is 10:30 in the morning.
And I've been awake throwing up since 3 a.m. If anyone deserves a Jack and Coke, it's me.
Girls, got the most amazing news.
Oh, I've heard this kind of positivity before.
Is it a hot guy who wants to be a dad?
No. You made your bed. No. I bought a cat.
A what?
A cat.
Why?
Fun.
Since when have cats been classed as fun?
It's my new Peter. Isn't he gorgeous?
Oh, he smells like shit! Oh, get that thing away from me!
Aren't cats known to be jealous of babies?
Oh, not this beautiful little precious. He's absolutely adorable. I'm so in love.
Who needs a man, eh, Jane?
Exactly.
She needs a man.
Look, she's gone over to the other side.
What, 20 cats and no man, Jane? Is that the new life plan?
Kids posting shit through your letterbox because they kicked their ball into your back garden 4 months ago and you haven't let them have it back. Is that it?
I won't be buying my kid a new football though. Because old Belle, I say, has forgotten how to be young. I'll provide the shit myself. Oh, shit.
Oh, I thought of shit, not a good idea.
Oh, you are so adorable. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Can't keep the cat anyway. I've heard they sit on babies' faces if they don't like them.
But that could prove a little useful. This baby turns out anything like his mother. Anyway, come on. I'll show you where the cat food is.
Why the hell do I need to know where the cat food is?
Because if we make it fat, it can sit on both mommy and that baby's face.
I like your style.
Come on.
What happened to you?
What a stupid cat.
You can sit over here if you like.
You're pregnant.
What? Are you afraid you're going to catch it?
Well, if I could catch it, I wouldn't want to get it from you. You are the absolute worst expectant mother I have ever seen.
Hey, I'm reading a baby magazine, aren't I?
What, reading the How to Treat Yourself Wonderfully When You Become a Mom article again?
A happy mom will make a good mom. What is your arm anyway? Was it the thought of me badly raised a child too much for you to bear?
My cat's what's wrong with me.
But I thought you were just a adorable and just a cute as you were.
Well, he's not. He's a vicious little bastard who keeps trying to attack me. He's not like Peter at all.
Well, he's not a rabbit for a start.
No, he's not. He's got these terrible, evil little claws. He keeps scratching the hell out of me.
Yeah, kittens are known to do that.
He went for my eye the other day. He's living in his basket for now.
Poor thing.
Poor thing.
Yeah.
Poor thing. If it was up to him, I would be wandering around with a dodgy patch like an eyeless wonder. How would I get a guy then?
The same way you get them now.
But I don't.
Exactly. Well, I have to buy a breast pump.
Depends on what it is.
I don't know what it is.
And I have no idea.
I do with the dirty nappies when I'm changing it?
It.
The baby. The baby. When I change the baby.
Put them in the bin.
Then the bin will smell.
I don't know.
How old do they have to be before you can put dummies in the mouth?
Isn't it right away?
Oh, bloody hope so.
Tell me again, why are you having this baby?
Because I'm nearly 35 and I thought it was a good idea. Maybe it's because I haven't had a boyfriend in 5 years and I wanted to take my mind off the relentless loneliness perhaps. Probably the same reason why you want another pizza and why Jen gets a bottle of wine every night.
Why is that?
We all just want a bit of love.
Love's been nothing but a disappointment so far.
Girls, I have some fantastic news to tell you.
Can you take that fantastic piece someplace else?
Go tell it to people that still believe in fantastic things.
Why?
Because we don't want it.
I'm pregnant and Jane's here been mauled by so-called fantastic ideas. They always have a downside.
Oh, girls, don't get despondent. This really is good news. Danny
Oh,
and I
Oh.
are back together.
here we go again.
We're back together. Isn't it great?
Yeah, love, fantastic.
Hey! I was very supportive when you told us you got yourself knocked up by some dodgy little nerd who needs to go to a clinic to get his jollies.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was. And equally as supportive when you brought home that scratchy, whiny little runt. So now it's my turn.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, whatever. Well, the point is I'm really happy now, so can't you just be happy for me too? Come on.
What happened to that Ian-looking secretary of his? Did you actually get someone to run it over?
She cheated on him.
No. Oh, surely not. I thought she was a woman of such high morals.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, he got back to the house and walked in on her in bed with another woman.
Another woman?
I know, scandalous or what?
I'm surprised he didn't stay to watch.
Whatever. Anyway, the point is, when he saw them together, he realized how much pain he caused me, and he could not believe he'd hurt me in that way.
You mean that his sex on tap just suddenly stopped and he came back to find you?
No. Yeah, well, anyway, the point is that this time, it's for real,
Oh.
and he wants to propose, and for us to move in together and everything.
Yeah, oh,
He
good
wants
for
to.
you.
So I won't be here to listen to you complain about your baby, or to listen to you complain about your cat, or to listen to you crying all the time. It's all working out perfectly for me.
Yeah, good. I wouldn't be so sure about that. You are my number 2 on my babysitting list, you know.
Only number 2.
Hey.
Right, okay.
What's the time? Jen, what's the time?
What?
What time is it?
Why?
When's Gabby due out?
This afternoon sometime?
So what time is it now?
I don't bloody know.
God, keep your cardigan on.
I'm in mourning.
Again, for the 29th day running.
Yeah, again. Some women wear black and
I like to sit with a piece of grotty clothing over my face, okay?
Danny's not dead.
He is to me.
He did make you look like a complete twat.
Oh, I mean, to leave me once for his secretary, not great, but not bloody unusual. But to leave me again for a second time to embark on a three-way bisexual relationship with his secretary and her girlfriend. What a fucking wanker! And to imply that it was my prudish nature in the bedroom that ruined our relationship. I mean, he did it on the balcony once, for God's sake.
Oh my God, that's like almost outside.
I'm off then. Forever.
Forever.
Bloody ever. They're nothing but a lot of effort for very little reward. Jane,
Yeah.
where's Pussy? I haven't seen it in a while.
It left when you started whining about Danny. He couldn't handle the whole racket. He was a man after all.
Did he run away?
I took him to the cat home, 20 minutes away.
What? There's a cat home just up the road.
I didn't want to think he'd get out and come running back. He's ruined it for any other animal.
What about another rabbit?
They don't do much, do they?
But who wants a rabbit that, like, does stuff?
Can't you call?
Girls, I have some bloody good news.
Oh, yeah?
We are now the proud parents of this beautiful little girl, Isabella Maidoli. Auntie Jane and Auntie Jen, please meet the newest addition of this very dysfunctional family.
Oh, Gabby, she's gorgeous.
I know! And she gets her dad's eyes.
I thought you didn't know who the dad was.
Oh, I don't, but they're not mine, so there has to be his.
I hope she gets more than that from him.
Oh, she looks so peaceful. Maybe she'll stay like this forever.
And she won't take after her mom.
So, this is the end of our lives as we know it then.
I think it might going to be the exact opposite. I think this might be the good news that never goes bad. Girls, this is just the beginning.
Yeah,
I'd freshen your outfit.
I will report you to the agency, I will.
Not a problem. Bugger off, will yous?
This is the
actually on a curfew, alright? Have you got nothing better to do with your evenings?
Sorry, here's the door. Didn't realise you needed directions.
Off you go.